a wonderful morning. A big thank you to all that are watching us from Nigeria, all over the world. And I have my reviewers with me here this morning. Okay, let's move over to the newspaper headlines this morning. We have the Nation newspaper and also we have the Daily Sun newspaper. Beside the masthead of the Daily Sun newspaper, we have Sanwo-Olu unveiled buses as alternative to Okada in Lagos. So Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, unveils buses as alternative to Okada in Lagos. Now, they made headline, Buhari seeks France help to fight Boko Haram. Buhari seeks France's help to fight Boko Haram. Says insurgents exploiting COVID-19 pandemic to push into Nigeria. NAFDAC certifies J&J vaccine safe. And towards the down part of the paper, IGP launches Operation Restore Peace in Southeast. IGP launches Operation Restore Peace in Southeast. Police nab notorious kingpin in Imo State. Over to Kaduna crisis. Kaduna strike. Rufai brands labor leaders bandits. The governor of Kaduna State, Rufai, has branded the labor leaders as bandits. Will not be deterred by attack by thugs. That is the NLC. They're responding to the governor, saying that they will not be deterred by the attack from the thugs in the state. FG suspends insurance of passports booklets till June. FG suspends issuance of passport booklets till June. That means you cannot get a new passport now till June. UK cautions against flawed elections in Nigeria, says the world is watching the country. That is for the 2023 general elections. What does the Nation have for us this morning? Above the masthead, France pledges full support for insecurity battle in Nigeria. France pledges full support for insecurity battle in Nigeria. Rufai fires nurses on solidarity strike. Nurses were sent back from grade 14. They were sent back home for getting involved in the strike. Rufai fires nurses on solidarity strike. President seeks lawmakers not to take $6.18 billion loan. Despite the increasing debt, President seeks lawmakers nod to take $6.18 billion loan. Bandits kill 3 soldiers, abduct 2 Chinese. Over to the main headline this morning on the Nation newspaper. Why petrol subsidy will be removed now by minister. Why petrol subsidy will be removed now by minister. Now look at the buses marked to replace Okada at the Nation. You can see it. 300 buses to kick off Lagos Inner Road Scheme. 300 buses to kick off Lagos Inner Road Scheme. Now, Labour wants against plan of this petrol subsidy. That means there's going to be a national strike if the petrol subsidy is being removed. Okay, that's it for it this morning. Let's move on to a review this morning. Have with me a wonderful gentleman here this morning. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, your name is? Come down.
Okay. My name is Roland, and I think a lot of headlines did catch my attention, and I'll start with that of subsidy. Subsidy removal. Yeah, a lot of people have come for and against the removal of subsidy, and especially this administration upon its inception, that was 2015. 2015, yeah. They said they were going to remove subsidy, that subsidy is not going to make our oil industry thrive the way it should, and that they were going to fix the refineries. And up till today, close to 7 years, I think, we still have subsidy. That means a whole lot of these people who are benefiting from subsidy are in government. And that is why you see that despite the hard stance of retired General Muhammadu Buhari, who is now the civilian president, coming in to say that here he was going to remove subsidy, and a whole lot of people who were APC stalwart were saying that no, subsidy is PDP's ploy to, siphon money and embezzle money. You understand? And yet, up till today, the same party, the same people who have come against subsidy are still practicing or are still allowing subsidy to, play a strong role in our oil and gas industry. And of course, if they must remove subsidy, then fix the refineries that are moribund. the refineries that have stopped, refining oil. You understand? Now, it baffled me whether it is true or not. You understand? That this administration went to Niger Republic to construct a refinery. You understand? To construct a rail network for them in that country. All of this money should have been pumped into the turnaround maintenance of our refineries to make them functional again. You understand? But that is not the case. That on one hand. Again, I would also like to talk about the Lagos State government, the bosses. Well, when you talk about modernization, I'll tell you, in this age and time, when we go outside of this country, you see a fantastic transport system where you don't even find motorcycles or keke marwa on the roads. And these people still move from one place to the other, and they've got tiny roads just like we've got here in Nigeria. You understand? So I think if the Lagos State government can make the bosses, democratic. When I say democratic, allow citizens to key into this project. People who were former Okada riders, let them find a way to key into this project so that you don't take them off their daily means of income. You understand? Because I will tell you that the Okada system of transportation is providing daily income for so many families. And if you just take it off them abruptly like that, we are going to see a situation where there's going to be an increase in poverty rate, and of course, crime and criminalities will also increase. That's just the truth.
Okay, I have a question. We have over almost 2 million Okada riders in Lagos.
Yes.
The 5,000 buses, is it going to augment?
It's a starting point. 5,000 buses is a starting point, I must tell you. No. It's a starting point, I must tell you. Remember that we also have other buses, longer buses. You understand? So the smaller 5,000 buses will go into the inner roads to bring people out to where they can take the bigger buses to their final destination. You understand? So I think it is a welcome idea, but let it be as democratic and as simple as it can for people to, key into this project. You understand? Then to Kaduna State Governor. Well, presently, a friend of mine termed the incident in Kaduna as a football match between El Rufai FC and NLC FC. And that we are waiting to see who is going to win this match. But the truth being told, you see, the problem we have in terms of employment generation in the country was or is being worsened by politicians. Because at the end of the day, you see politicians will say, oh, they have a quota, and they will go to their various constituencies and say, yes, I want people to come and gain employment in the ministry. Whereas these 10 people don't have anything to do in all of these ministries where they are being posted. The only thing they go there to do is to get paid salaries, But what they should do is poverty alleviation. Presently, as we speak, we are underproducing agricultural products in Nigeria. We have arable lands. Let politicians look at how they can empower people to go back to farm and create a diversified off-taker system whereby farmers who go to farm know that before they even harvest, they have somebody who is ready to take off that thing from them and get paid. Do you understand? But because the reverse is the case, a lot of people are shying away from agriculture. As I speak to you, I am a farmer. You understand? I am a farmer. I have a farm. So at the end of the day, I know that yes, some people will buy my product off me. You understand? But a lot of people who don't have my kind of understanding or education will find it difficult to approach people who will buy this thing off them. And at the end of the day, they take it to the markets, and the ones they are unable to sell get damaged, get rotten, and at the end of the day, that's economic loss to the people. So it makes agriculture unattractive to the people. Hence, they begin to look for white-collar job, civil servant. They want to become civil servant. At the end of the day, truly, if you go to most of these ministries, I've been around, you find civil servants sitting down, doing their leftover house chores in the office. Some of them will go with DVD players and be, watching movies. Some of them would sleep. You understand? So at the end of the day, that goes on to tell me that a lot of people who are in the civil service should not be there. But the politicians are the ones that would take them there and say, oh, we are doing employment generation just to win popular support of the people that, yeah, the government is providing job for us. Whereas the reverse should be the case. Encourage them to go back to farm. Encourage them to take up some other skills that would generate income and add to the IGR of the state, not the other way around. And that's why you see today, the central bank, the Federal Ministry of Finance has come out to say that, see, states, you better start looking for means of generating IGR for yourself, or else you will not be able to get enough funding from federal government again. You understand? So I think that the governor of Kaduna State should take things lightly, because you are the one that employed them in the first place, your administration and the administration before you. So you cannot come now and start saying you want to downsize just like that. You must find a cushion. You must find them a landing, a soft landing spot, whereby when you disengage them, they also find something doing that would ensure that they have a livelihood. You understand? So that's it.
Thank you very much, sir. That was a wonderful run from you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Lucky, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. God bless you.
Now, the Lagos State government has brought out 5,000 buses to replace Okada. Is that a good development? Is that a good policy?
It's a good policy from my own side. Thank you, viewer. Good morning. Thank you, my peaceful brother. God bless you. God bless the viewer and all of us who are reviewing here. Thank you who are watching us all over the whole world and Nigeria. What I want to say is that concerning the bus being brought by Lagos State Governor, Sanwo-Gbese, not Sanwo-Olu, Sanwo-Gbese. That's the name. The problem I have with him is that we don't have leak road. We are going to have a lot of traffic now in Lagos State. Traffic. Are you going to drive this the red Korokwe? You are still bringing Korokwe.
There are smaller buses.
Yes, smaller buses. The problem I have with Lagos don't have roads. Do you believe when you are going to Okera, they are supposed to be leak road? I have some about 2 leak roads. Till today, Pachola started it. Till Ambode finished in 10. This man is about to finish in 10 on now. Sanwo-Gbese. No, Sanwo-Gbese. Sanwo-Gbese. He come to Sanwo-Gbese. You are a Yoruba man, supposed to understand. Sanwo-Gbese. Doma. Okay, good. Sanwo-Gbese mean come pay the debt of this our Oga for Lagos. You understand now? Now, when you don't have leak road, you are going to have a problem. So traffic make people to overstress. Traffic make people now in Lagos State that when you're supposed to spend 5 minutes from BI to this place, you spend 3 hours. You are going to have headache. You are going to have stress. Inside there, you see people eating gala, drinking water for 3 hours inside Tomeland Bridge. You are going to have a more stress. They don't have leak road. If they have leak road, my brother, like Abuja, you feel like bring 10 million buses. I don't have any problem for that. The easier way transport in Lagos State is Okada, which they are going to ban now. And that banding just mere because politics is coming. That's why I see someone who is bringing all this kind of small buses. Why can't you bring it the day you enter 2019? They elected. Why don't you bring those buses to help push up people? Now 2023 is coming. You will see they will be rolling out a different way to catch our people. Some of our people who take gari, kuli during the time after all this 1,000 naira for 4 years.
You know them.
I know most of them now. Some of them are here. We know them very well. They are here. I know them who collected kuli bag, who collect white gari. They show me that time. I was against them, saying no.
You did not collect.
For me, I reject in Jesus' name. So what I'm saying is that bringing Korokwe is a good thing, but let him leak road, my brother. Just from Okera to Ojodu, you don't need to go and pass Aguda again. You understand me? Like other area, like Jegula, other where you have leak road, it's easier. It will work. That is it. I appreciate that.
How would 2 million, over 2 million Okada riders, how would they get a job compared to 5,000?
That is why I said 2 days ago, you are going to employ criminals again. You leave them, they won't get job. When you are driving, they will go. That's why we have all this transport. If you are going to Oshodi now, a little bit traffic, they will come and rob you to a break. Afternoon, they will knock, they will rob you right up your distance. So automatically we are going to have more armed robbers, more criminals. 419, whatever. Nigeria is a 419 now. Everybody is now corrupt. Even this age, who are working with the governor, you still want the arrest for America, API, a whole aid to governor, Ogun State, most of them are like that. They are 419s. They do fraud. Upon the money they are still collecting from the West, from us, they will still go and do fraud. Defrauding people. Thank God they have a good equipment in America. They arrested that boy. You know what happened? I don't know his name. So Nigeria no longer work again. Things are going bad. So all these things, bringing 1 million buses is a good thing, no. But the problem it has, Lagos has no road. 5,000. Lagos has no road.
Petrol subsidy will be removed now by minister. Petrol subsidy will be removed. What is the after effect when petrol prices are high of goods and services? What will be the after effect?
My brother, if Nigeria can sit back and look, can we remove subsidy or we remove Buhari? For me, remove Buhari and leave that subsidy. When you remove Buhari, if Nigeria can match, remove the president. Forget about subsidy. Subsidy will remove itself. I do remember when the president came in, he said he have removed subsidy. All Nigeria grow in name of increasing price. You remember that time now? How many times has he removed subsidy? More than 3 times now, 4 times since he came on board. Now he's still telling you remove the subsidy. He's still going there to go and borrow, and Nigeria are sleeping. We always talk, Buhari want to go and borrow again. Our debt is going to $300 billion. And we can't stand protests. Like labor, they are useless laborers.
In Kaduna State,
they only know how to fight for their own stomach, not we. They are not fighting for Nigeria.
But they are fighting for Nigerians in Kaduna State.
But we are Kaduna State, we are fighting for themselves, for increasement. Do you know what happened? Rufai went and planked up and drove them away. Just only 20 talk drove billions of labor. Because people lose faith on them. Do you know how many times Buhari have increased fuel under this thing? We have labor, they are not talking. It's just because Rufai sat there. What of millions of Nigeria who are not eating? Did the labor protest for them? They only protest for themselves with their own stomach. So whatever Rufai did in there, now they are saying they want to strike all Nigeria. No, we are already on strike. Nigeria is on strike. Strike of hunger, strike of anger, strike of poverty, strike of sickness. So many things in Nigeria is on strike. Our president is on strike too, he's sick. Did you see, let me tell you, let me just give you comedian. During fasting time, when they ended fasting, you see an 100 years old imam be lying down. Our president, they package him, sit down for seat. I don't know whether it's the imam, because he's afraid. Maybe by the time he bend down, maybe he might not come up again. You know, it's a package by all these ministers, Rufai, all these wicked people. They package him. They know that if the man don't come back again, it's a problem. All of them will lose their job, both the Senate president, both the speaker. Let me tell you, we are able, if you like, we can, let's talk. I'm not here to speak grammar. So you can speak grammar. But I don't speak grammar today. Where are we? Say the truth. Whether I'm broken, but what I'm telling you is that Nigeria is in trouble. Before,
wait, you are saying that our president is not the person.
But where? It's a package. If he bends, he might not go up again. But I see an imam Is it the one conducting the prayer? How can it sit down? Everybody is banded down. Our president open eye. He cannot even close eye. A Muslim man, when he bent down, you close his eye. Our own was watching because a package. He can't. If he bend down, something will happen. So what I'm saying, Nigeria is on strike. Everybody is on strike. Look at this labor. They are foolish. I call them useless people. Only just 20 people drove them away. All of them. Even the president of labor, nobody know where he is. Yesterday, he come out and said we are going to protest for what? We can't support you because during the time we're supposed to support us. Lead as a labor. We follow you. They don't do answers. Did you see labor? Do the answer? Did you see labor? So whatever happened to them in Kaduna, Rufai is the one ruling Nigeria. Rufai, he rule in Kaduna. If you check Asoro, Rufai is everywhere. Rufai. You don't remember that Rufai stopped the vice president of Nigeria. Today, I didn't even know if the bar is around. Listen up, if bar is around, they will lock vice president inside. If bar go out, that's why you see vice president visiting outside. I don't know what is the one opening gate in Asoro now. Our vice president is not talking. Yes, now. Have you seen him going up and down? Except Buhari travel. Have you, no, just say the truth. Have you seen, let Buhari travel? So what I'm saying, Nigeria, I love so much, is going down, down, down. That's why you see, people keep lambasting me that Nigeria has gone. It's gone. What is remaining is just God. We are just, it's God that is keeping us together. If not so, everybody needs to suspect. Are you aware? Is there anything happening here? Remove subsidy. How many times has Buhari removed subsidy? We are going to pay the best thing. Instead of removing subsidy, let's plan, let Buhari go home. Okay. Leave the subsidy, remove Buhari, let him go in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. Instead of removing subsidy, they should remove Buhari.
I'm happy that Lucky is now saying that they are going to pay dearly for believing in one Nigeria. You see, of course, I do concur with him, agree with him that you are really going to pay dearly. Not until the restoration of Biafra becomes a dream come true.
It's like you're hell-bent on Biafra.
No, I'm happy that I'm winning new converts to my side. You see, knocking now is a repented, not Boko Haram rather, a repented, how would I describe him? A banditry, a repented Nigerian, or so to say. He said that Nigeria is no more. You see, I'm winning new converts and we continue to preach this gospel of truth until most people are psychologically, restored. So people are somehow lost, so I thank God that we are winning the war.
You are winning the war, but the
psychological war. Yes.
IG has been ordered to be ruthless. IG orders policemen to be ruthless with secession agitators.
Okay, that is for what they are right by that to be ruthless to secession proponents, right? But for us, we are not seceding from Nigeria. We are talking about the restoration of our sovereignty as a Biafran state. So it is our fundamental human rights, and we are acting within the ambits of the law. We have right to self-determination. We have right to association. So it is our fundamental right, and nobody is not subject to any argument. You see, it is is more or less brotherhood. You want to identify with people that agree with you, the people that share common ideology, common culture, common geographical space with you. So that is what you are calling. So whatever they should go out and begin to fight with ruthless to the secessionists. We are not secessionists.
But from their past, they see the IPOB, the Ojojo as from their own perspective. They see people. That means they are going to be ruthless.
Well, from their own perspective, they may consider us to be anything, which is their personal opinion. It doesn't concern us. Nigeria is a signatory to the United Nations, which recognize in the United Nations Charter, recognize self-determination. So they can't be working against what they have assented to. So they can consider us to, of course, to be whatever they want to be. They see us. But what matters is what we see ourselves. What do we see ourselves? We see ourselves as a successful people. We see ourselves as people that need to redefine their identity. You see, it is how you address yourself that matters most, not how people address you. You see, that is what should be your priority. You have to encourage yourself, even when people let you down. Even when people castigate you, they want to trample upon you. Don't trample upon yourself. The greatest war is the war between self-recognition. If you're able to recognize yourself and recognize what you stand for, let no other man define your position or destiny for you.
Okay, let's come back to Nigeria. Petrol subsidy. They say they are going to remove petrol subsidy from the minister. Looking at how hard things are, high inflation, what will this removal of petrol subsidy cost for the ordinary Nigerian?
You see, Nigeria is still groping in very thick darkness. You see, the 1999 Constitution is an aberration. It is a disillusioned document which has no clear direction, which has no clear objective. You see, they just adopted the 1979 Constitution and they are using it now. So as long as Nigeria as a system remains, they are not moving forward. Every time you'll be crying for subsidy removal, crying for a hike in petrol and other subsidiaries constituent of crude, how long will you continue? Over 60 years, you have been still crying. You can't come up with just a modular refinery named after Nigerian's name. When we have most of the political elites have very powerful standard refineries outside Nigerian shore. They made the money from the Nigerians' crude oil and went to establish their own state-of-the-art refineries across the Western countries. You see, is that what you should call a Nigeria? Is that where you should desire to be? So there is no future and there is no an end to what we are seeing. The only end we are clamoring for is the restoration of Biafran state, is the restoration of a Oduduwa nation, so that every region or every state or nation can take their destiny in their own hands and define their own fates and try to manage their own resources. The 1999 Constitution does not allow the indigenous people of that region to have control of their resources. You see, it is somebody sitting in Abuja that decides what comes to you. Imagine you prepare dinner for your family, and you have no right to dish out those dinners. It is your own megad, gateman, that is authorized to dish out. If he decides to give, you fine. If not, you'll be left at the mercy of hunger. That is just exactly what is happening. We have the crude oil, we have the resources, natural resources endowed, and we cannot access it. We cannot use it for our own benefit. And look at their building refinery in Daura State, in far Katsina, and there is no one set up, and there is no intention of setting anyone up anytime soon. Never in history will that happen.
Okay.
As far as Nigeria remains.
Lastly, let's go internationally. Buhari seeks France help to fight Boko Haram.
Yes, he will continue to say, okay, but probably he will go to Saudi Arabia to seek their help, maybe from Mecca. So this Buhari, I don't believe that this man is alive. Then what suggests that he is alive? It's quite unfortunate. So the issue of they said yesterday, you heard it, that Nigeria spent $2.6 billion. $2.6 billion in combating Boko Haram in the year 2020. You know how much is $2.6 billion? And yet, there is nothing to show for it. It is just a medium created to siphon the money. And look at the militaries have been also, we are recording most casualties in the Nigerian security forces. They have been destroyed by the banditry and Boko Haram. And now it is a turn of the unknown government that is finishing the fight. And it's unfortunate that, of course, that shows that he has lost the bearing. He has lost control of the Nigerian state for seeking for external help. Even when we are not in we are not engaged in an external battle. This is just an internal conflict, and you are asking for another sovereign state to come to your aid while you are a sovereign state. That suggests you are no longer existing, because you have no capability, military capability. You have no, technological gadgets to fight internal issues. Now, what if external conflicts, rifts between other states? What happens? Means Nigeria will just be flushed out.
Your last statement.
My last statement is that good morning, Mr. Lucky, and good morning, everyone that every proponent of Biafran state. Nigerian state. This is just the morning of your lamentation. But thank God, Otutoma, for the Biafran people, and Ekado to the Oduduwa brothers.
That's wonderful.
We are moving forwards, and nothing can deter us. It's just a matter of time. You will see the reality.
Okay, thank
Have
you
a good day.
Mr. Chigozie. I have Mr. Kule with me. Mr. Kule, good morning. I know you're a concerned Nigerian.
I'm not concerned. I'm not more concerned. I don't want to give myself hypertension now, because if you're concerned for Nigeria, you get high blood pressure, and just be concerned for yourself, and be concerned for your family, and be concerned for your well-wishers. I like the well-wishers. The viewers. I greet everybody this morning. It's a very serious thing. Nigeria is on the verge of, I've been saying emergency world now, but there's no chances of surviving. The way I'm saying things now,
Now there's a removal of petrol subsidy.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there, my brother. That's an attack. That can even give an heart attack to an individual citizen now. Because when you remove the subsidy, the multiplier effect now is transport will hike up, right? The food stuff we are buying in the market will hike up. The school fees will hike up. Now, for a jobless Nigeria that does not have a job, that hustle on his own, like me now, nobody provide me any job. I hustle on my own. Little money I make. With this, they're falling, subsidy removal. What is this subsidy all about? It's all about fraud. These people have been using it to enrich themselves, because they refuse to, fix up the refineries, the 4 refineries we have in this country. They are culpable. All these politicians, don't let anybody come out and start saying he's a saint now. They are all culpable, right? We have 4 refineries. You cannot fix any one of this refinery. You now take our crude outside to go and refine in Niger, in Tunisia, in not even all these big countries. They are not going to Saudi. They are going to nearby African countries to refine our, crude oil. And we call ours, is it not a shame? Is it not a shame? Is it not a shame? I think the best thing, as we are now, we are like a building without foundation. And if you don't have a solid rock foundation to erect a building, the building will definitely collapse one day. So what is happening now? I'm not so surprised. It's just that we are just waiting for the evil day, right, to come. And the evil day has finally come now. Because the way things are now, when you have the evil monopolizing the saints, the right-minded righteous, right? Because as I'm telling you now, the bandits have turned to first citizen of this country. You know what I mean? The bandits, the Boko Haram, they have turned to first citizen of this country. You heard of chopper, flying, dropping food for them. And they said it's one of these Nigerian elites that owns that chopper. But we've not heard anything about it. So who is having a field day? Is it not the bandits? The most pampering citizen in this country now, they are the bandits.
Who is a bandit? Is it the bandit that Rufai is calling the NLC president?
All of, even the man calling NLC president, they are all bandits. Even politicians, they are economic bandits. They are economic terrorists. They are economic Boko Haram. Because when you starve your citizen to death, when you starve your citizen to sickness, when you starve your citizen into poverty, what are you? Are you not a terrorist? It's not until you start blowing bomb or you start throwing missile. But economically, what is right to me, you don't give me at the right time, and I got hungry, and I'm feeling the hunger, and that hunger turned to another thing in me. Are you not a terrorist? Are you not a terrorist? So let's look at it from that point. Then our constitution. Look at the constitution. Do we have a constitution? No. The hooray packaging constitution, the untimely packaging constitution that the military put for us, that's 1979 constitution that they already, hurriedly packaged for us. We the people. Who are the people? Do you have a stake in the constitution? Do you contribute into the constitution? How many Nigerians have a say in the constitution? So the country is on a scam foundation. This country is all about scam. It's all about scam. I mean, and to get out of this issue now is for everybody to answer his father's name. Everybody to answer his father's name and be on your own. No government. I've not seen a responsible government in this country. I've never. At all. I've not seen. I've not seen a responsible government. Forget about, say, they are PDP, they are APC, they are this, that. They have not seen a responsible government. Because if I've seen a responsible government in this country, a giant of Africa, a 6th largest producer of crude oil in this country, will not have, I won't believe that such a country will not have a refinery. Out of the 4 refineries, none is working. And you call yourself a giant. Is that not a sleeping giant? Look at the buses they are bringing into Lagos now.
5,000.
5,000 buses.
Against 2 million.
Against 2 million. These guys definitely, once they're onto this relevant project like this, you should always look at what will come to their pockets. Likewise, it's for own self-benefits, this thing. Because you are bringing in bus. Where are the roads? Where are the roads? Lagos road is just outlook. You see fine roads on all this high density, eyebrow area. But go to the inner city of Lagos. Even there's one around here in Ogba here. This Ajayi road that leads to the first phase of Ajayi road from here. Look at that, how bad that road is. When you bring all these buses now, and they will be plying that road, what is going to be the lifespan of those buses you bring? I don't know whether it's always a plan work that when they are doing road in Lagos, they will just do inferior roads that will get spoiled, and the contract will be re-awarded to somebody, the cronies, another crony, just to come and chop. My guy, you to come and chop inside. You see, where we're going to now, I have to say, I'm still saying the restructuring. Me, I know. You call them secessionists, you call them terrorists, but me, I call them the liberators that want to liberate us. That's the Igbo and Kano Nnamdi Kanu. Those are the 2 guys we should be looking at Messiah from saving us from these hands of the hyenas that want to kill us alive. They are killing us softly. They remove the subsidy now. Who are the people they are paying this subsidy to? They are their cronies. For political gains, those cronies will collect subsidies. They will now reinvest that subsidy money they collected illegally into their political campaign, political, aspiration. So what are we saying? And it's so saddening. We Nigerians will turn to sheep, and the shepherd, and we have some, some bad shepherd that are just directing us. Anytime we wake up, they will direct us, go this way, and we just go like, how all these sheep always follow the shepherd. How cow, they follow there. herdsmen. That's how the Nigerian situation is. That's how the masses of Nigerians are now. Anything they direct, the shepherd directed, any way they directed them to, that is where they follow, which is not right. Is to rise up and raise your voice against bad administration, maltreatment, injustice in this country, because you have a say to protest for your rights. You have a say to ask for your rights to be, to be respected. You have a say as human, even in UN that bring all the countries of the planet together. Now there's a charter that when the marriage you have a country, that's the elements that make the element tribes that makes the country, when one is not favorable to be part of the country any longer, he has a right to say, I'm no more in marriage, I want to dissolve this marriage. As the IPOB are doing now, they have a right for doing that. As Oduduwa are doing now, they have a right, because it's in UN charter. Go to UN, you see it inside the charter. You see all these things there.
Nigerians should protest.
Yes, protest is a right.
Right.
Yeah, you have a right to protest. Anybody that tell you that you don't have a right to protest, that means it's infringing on your right. They can't be killing you and you be silent, right? Even our children, my own children, at times at home they protest. That daddy, we don't want this. Daddy, I don't want that. Daddy, this thing is not favorable to me. So, but when you silent, you'll be dying in silence. And Nigerians are silent, and they will be dying in silence if they don't take care.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kule. That's Mr. Kule. Mr. Sunday.
Good morning.
Good morning. Raise your voice now. You say Nigerians are silent.
And the people who decide to silent, I know say Nigeria is a packaging country, and their president is packaging president. That's why nothing is moving.
Everybody saying packaging president. Buhari that went to meet Macron of.
God forget Macron of. You know where you don't go before. Those people, they don't want to tell us through, but one day the secret will review. You understand? The secret will review. Nothing that happened on air that will hide forever. That's what I have to tell everybody.
Okay,
See me so.
Removal of petrol subsidy. What will this?
Under Buhari, this one that just using it to confuse you. They have been removing the subsidy without your notice. Yeah, without your notice, every day you wake up in the morning, they increase fuel. What is that? Is it not removing a subsidy? What have you benefit from it? Under Buhari, very soon, the remaining 2 years, this Mumu government we have here, in the remaining 2 years, you buy fuel 500 naira. 500? Yes, very, very soon.
I don't think it.
You don't think so? By the time it happened, did you know whether fuel go reach 167 naira? What I want to talk about now, the Mumu labor, those labor. Number one, labor are useless. Number two, they are bastard. They fight for themselves. When Nigeria is suffering from a lot of things, Labour could not wake up to fight for the masses. But now the same government that they are fighting for is not fighting them. And they want the youth, the masses to support them.
So you're not in support of Labour?
Well, God, we can't support them because those people have been bought by the same politicians. Rufai, after they will tell us that they don't know who are the bandits and the terrorists. Where did Rufai and the government see those terrorists when they tried to attack Labour yesterday? They talk that they hired to attack them. That's why I told you all the northern governors, they know where those Boko Haram, bandits, those people, did they cover their face? Did they cover their face? But highest, what they give them is to buy one wrap of Igbo for all of them. You know, so those who they don't know anything. Or they give them 200 naira. They buy Ramadan for them. Finish. That is what those northern children know pass. Drugs. And when they don't take the drugs, whether not 200 naira, you know, concern them. That's why the government they have in the north is making life unbearable for them.
But those that are sacked are Nigerians. They are workers.
Which Nigeria? Where they are there, the same labor that is fighting today. Only when labor protests in this country is during when minimum wage that they want them to increase their salary. That is when labor protests. Eh? Now again, they sack the same people. That is when labor start to protest. We in Nigeria, we have been suffering, hungry, increase of fuel everywhere. This thing, food, go to market now, you cannot buy food. Walk on the road, To enter motor na quarrel, no security, no good road. They have spoiled everything, and now the Labour want to speak because no money for them to eat. We that have been crying since, many people have died for hunger with their family because of they don't have anything to eat. But the Labour, they are there. They are afraid, and this is what they are afraid for, and this is what is coming to them. He will hurt all of them. But at the time he hurt them, they will come out to speak. You understand? To let us know. By the time the thing hook them on the throat, all of them will speak. That is when Labour will tell us that the person in Aso Rock is fake. That is why he don't value Nigeria. We are just here suffering, okay?
So what you are saying is that Nigerians will not support Labour when they call for national strike.
The national strike, is it for which interest?
For the interest of workers.
Before we will follow them. Let them say this protest we want to do today. The protest we want to do today is for Buhari to come out for office. That time, the whole Nigeria will go follow them. You understand? Because we cannot be living with somebody that is not existing. Nigeria is not existing again. The president said an invisible president. We know they say am for TV. You understand? Only way we go come for newspaper, we go here say Buhari do this, Buhari do that, Buhari say this. But where he sit down, when he talk am, we don't know. He have make himself a president that during campaign he will come out shouting. The problem of Nigeria now na southeast. You understand? Na Igbo, na be the problem of Buhari. If Buhari sleep wake up, na east be problem. East and south, where the food that are with the money that are benefiting in the north come from. That is where the money come from. They don't have anything in that their cold north. That is the only way thing they can do for their youth is to buy gun for them. You understand? To buy gun for their youth, and you expect us to do together. Me, I can't live with such people. I be saying it because if they push everybody, including me, if they push us, me, I will vex for everybody. My own self go worse pass all this away that they see so. You understand? When person get angry, okay? Number one, I'm hungry. They cause for anger. Frustration, they cause anger. My brother, when you frustrate, you know what to use your life and do. By the time, if they know what commode themselves, we go commode them by force. You understand? That is when
that's 2023.
We 2023 say too far. You believe that this government, present government, go finish this year? For this calamity, whether before this people like this calamity, where before, after they will be there, there will be want to cause confusion that IPOB want to attack Lagos. They carry out the whole police, soldier, they get in Sabisa forest to go fight IPOB. Why Boko Haram now come inside the state, living freely, working freely, and tomorrow Boko Haram will come Lagos now. They have given them access. They will come to Lagos and scatter Lagos. They will say IPOB. And they have not been thinking it.
Lagos state government is handling it now.
Handling what is he handling?
They will scrap Okada now. They will bring buses. These guys who are in the Okada.
Scrapping Okada. You know, those ones, even though the person inside Maru are big corrupt, but do you know who the person is? You understand? So the life, the danger we have already soaked ourselves into it. You understand? Even though if a bandit is a person that want to do something that is angry, if no man will say want to carry back a big motor, can use every other means to take in attack. You understand? So they should forget about banning, scrapping, Okada, be what? You understand? Let them divide Nigeria. What are they waiting for? I mean, they scatter everybody. Labour, if Labour want to do, when the people go support them, they should say the protest we want to do now. Make Buhari come out for there. If Buhari, if they say make all this government of APC, make they come out them for power, we go join them. We go join the protest. But that protest, what they do? Now that's why the money Rufai have given to them. That's why Rufai have power to declare Labour leader wanted because the Labour leader don't know a work. If they know their work, they will not be in this mess. That is why Rufai is calling him Bandit. Why the men Bandit are there? That is all this. There are many types of Rufai in this APC government. Many terrorists of governor we have. Like Rufai, there are many in that APC government, you see so. And they are ready to cause havoc because they don't value anybody. That is what I have to tell them.
Thank you very much, Mr.
May they divide Nigeria, simple as ABC.
The vision of Nigeria. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian Chukwu.
It's so hot here this morning. It's so hot. This question I want to ask you personally is about our debts, our rising debt. Nigeria's debt to hit 35.243 trillion naira as FG6 fresh $6.183 billion loan.
You see, that is why we've been saying it severally, that the government lack ideology. The government lack what it takes to create wealth. Because you cannot continue borrowing. Especially,
35.243 trillion.
I quite appreciate your question. I understand your question. Especially when you are borrowing to pay salary. You are borrowing for your day-to-day running of the government. It's unsustainable. It's not healthy for any democracy. The economy that is sustainable is one that is built on agriculture. After independence, Nigerian economy was built on agriculture. That was the time you had the granite pyramid. You had the cocoa, you had the rubber, you had the palm oil and all that. But once oil is discovered, the federal government jettisoned the idea of agriculture and all attention was focused on crude. That is why today Nigeria have a mono economy. And where it stands, until the Nigerian government start redirecting its attention to rebuilding the agricultural sector, Nigerian economy will continue to be in crisis.
With all this banditry and all this planning crisis, do we have that space to build agriculture with all this crisis?
That's why it behoves on the government to fight insecurity to a standstill. Because by our standard, it is a responsibility of the federal government to protect life and property. Section 14 of the Nigerian Constitution as amended confers that right on federal government. So if they are failing in that cardinal area of responsibility, they should own up and apologize and re-strategize. Because another area where federal government could leverage is in the area of technology. And it's unfortunate that even the money you are getting from oil over the years, why they needed to direct it to other areas of the economy to develop it, they have not done that. Today, Nigerian economy is in a quagmire. It is at a crossroad. And it's unfortunate that we need some experts, and the government may not be looking towards that direction to get experts who will navigate this economy out of this present situation. Because the way it stands, that is until you redirect attention from oil, we continue to have this crisis. Because fossil oil, the whole world is looking towards taking attention out of fossil oil. They are looking at other alternative sources of oil, energy, renewable energy. The way it stands, even if you don't have crisis in the oil sector globally, everybody is looking for how alternative source of energy, because people are looking the global warming is an issue. People are looking at how to reduce gas emission. So I think what the federal government needed to do more is to invest in alternative sources of energy. Because even the little we are benefiting from fossil oil, from sale of crude oil, in the near future is going to deplete more further. So the earlier our government start redirecting its effort towards other sources of revenue, the better for the economy.
Mr. Matthew, you have been speaking to the government. What will Nigerians do so that they can listen to all this you are saying? Because it seems like they repeated and they are still not listening.
We have a very stubborn government. It's unfortunate that the only time the government listens to the people, it is when they have the capacity to engage federal government in a show of force. I've not seen any time in Nigeria where federal government or state government will engage the citizens in a dialogue, in a conversation, except when it comes to at a level where the citizens are engaging the federal government force for force. Look how it is happening in Kaduna State.
Labour Congress.
I pity Nigerians, because if you look at the contention in Kaduna State, I think the governor is getting it wrong. That is the truth. Why have I said so? If you look at redundancy law, particularly section 20 of it, it said that before you engage people based on redundancy, you have to engage labor, and this is not done. quite understand. They say because of policy of fund, they want to downsize. They call it right size. But how did you engage labor? And again, look at the combined effect of the Nigerian Constitution and Labour Acts. It tells you that the labor union have unquestionable rights to embark on peaceful protest and that warning strike, as long as it's been done peacefully within the ambit of the law. And this they have done according to their rights, as according to them by the right by the Constitution. Then, looking at Rufai declaring the leadership of labor union wanted, and he's relying on miscellaneous acts. The same miscellaneous act is relying on, it is a federal government enactment. It's not a state status. So he doesn't even have the right he's exercising. The best he could do, if he feel that the labor and its leaders have violated that provision of the act, he needed to approach the police to do investigation and prosecution. He do not have the capacity and right to declare anybody wanted in that circumstance. But I think the right thing to do is for the Kaduna. I think the right thing for the government of Kaduna State to do is to engage the labor constructively. And the way it stands, because I've said it on this platform the other day, that Rufai is a hard nut to crack. I think it is high time labor unanimously come together for purpose of addressing that issue in Kaduna State. I think what Nupeng, all the strong labor union in Nigeria should come in solidarity with what is happening in Kaduna State to press it down on Kaduna State government to do the right thing. You cannot just wake up overnight without recourse to external laws. You start firing people. And people are talking, you are declaring somebody wanted, you say because he is sabotaging your economy. What economy is he sabotaging? Somebody would have worked for you for 20 years, 30 years, as the case may be, without recourse to external laws. You are firing that person without even giving that person benefit of his entitlements, just with a mere retrenchment letter.
So you stand with the NLC?
Completely, 100%.
Okay, let's move back to the rollout. The buses rolled out to replace the Okada, 5,000 buses, to replace approximately 2 million Okada riders. How do you look at that equation?
For me, I see a government in Lagos that want to monopolize the transportation sector. And you see, if you recognize and accept that people who are in the transportation sector, that are stakeholders in that sector of the economy, I think the right thing to do was to come up with a policy that will accommodate and absorb them, rather than trying to throw them out of job. Because if you want to generate funds, there are so many other areas you can invest. It is not until you muscle people out of their job. It is not until, because you have the power, you have the police, you have the army, you have all the security forces. You bring out policy, you just use one flimsy excuse that perhaps Okada, they are getting accident indiscriminately, they are not obeying laws, you just throw them out of job. It's not good. The right thing to do is regulate the sector. Make people to pay dues. Make people to pay tax. Make the tax regime attractive and friendly. Make it so friendly that people will willingly pay. Because when they see how judiciously the money being paid is being put to judicious use, people will sign on to it. Rather than coming with a policy that will throw people out of job, I don't think it's a welcome development.
Any last statements?
If I want to talk, what I would say is that the government, whether state government, whether local government, whether federal government, they should cultivate the habit of engaging Nigerians constructively in a conversation, in a dialogue manner. Not when the citizens speak, you harm them, you intimidate them, you arrest them, you persecute them as if they are strangers. The government, whether federal government, state government, local government, should know that they are servants of the people. Should know that they are voted for. Should know that their position is transient, it's ephemeral. that it is not a permanent position, that one day they will leave that position, that even if they refuse to be answerable to people, that there is ultimate being, which is God, that they cannot evade his justice. So for me, I think it's a warning, because Nigerian leaders, we have wicked leaders. We have leaders who have conspired against the citizens, who do not have respect for human rights, who do not have respect for even Nigerians. So my advice is that, so that wrath of God will not come upon them, they should realize that when they deal with Nigerians, that they are dealing with human beings that have the same blood as they do. That is why I'm saying it is, I could remember when Yusuf Buhari, the son of Mr. President, had an accident using power bike, how he was flew out of the country. And look at the way and manner Nigerians will be killed. Federal government, state governments will be lackadaisical in addressing it. Look at recently Nigerian police personnel who went to Taraba State to arrest a kidnapping kingpin in the person of Wadume were extrajudicially killed under the supervision of a Nigerian military captain. As we speak, even as a panel that was duly consulted under the instruction of Mr. President by the then former Chief of Defense Staff, indicted a captain and 9 other soldiers. As we speak, those soldiers have not been tried to court. They are working freely. So what does that tell you? It tells you that we have a government that is not alive to its responsibilities. A government that does not have respect for human life. We have seen instances where Amnesty International will indict Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police, Nigerian DSS, Navy, name it. It's not a government, federal government doing the needful to investigate and bring them to justice. They will be tagging Amnesty International as a partisan organization. We have seen in this country how a CNN, that a reputable world-class media organization, did a documentary on how Nigerian Army moved from Bonny Camp, all the routes they took before they arrived at Lekki Toll Gate, and the manner they shot at peaceful protesters. And they have did a diligent work to unravel where they bought those ammunitions. As we speak, the federal government is not showing any genuine attention to address it. As we speak, the army unilaterally, against the decision of the panel, Lagos panel, withdrew from that panel. And nobody is questioning the authority. And you say we are in a country. It's unfortunate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Good morning. Okay. David, good morning. Good morning, Mr. David.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I love your analysis. I'm very particular about this our debt increasing. There is a fresh, they're seeking fresh $6.183 billion debt. That's why we have 35 trillion.
Thank you, Mr. Christian Chukwu. You know why I'm laughing? Because in a constitutional country, a country that has rule of law, a sitting governor has declared a labor leader wanted. Does he go well?
He's not the IG of police.
He's not even the DSS. But see, he even addressed him, called him a bandit. He called a labor leader a bandit. The person that is supposed to be addressed as bandit is the one calling the issue a bandit now. Sorry, sir. If I go back to your question, why would you, Rufai, why would you, last December, you lay off 5,000 workers? 5,000 workers. Now, in this trying time, in which economy want to absorb such person now? Now, you want to lay off 7,000 workers now. Why won't the labor stand up against you in the first place? And then these are civil servants. You know, Kaduna State is a civil servant state. It's not like Lagos, who has small scale business and then other commercial businesses. Aside from Lagos, Port Harcourt, Kano, the rest of the 33 states, these are pure civil servant states. So now you've been paying the salaries. Now, where do you want to push them to now? If you lay them out of their job, now these people will resort to crime. These people will become bandits. These people will become Boko Haram. These people will not want to bring, will not want peace in the society. And by so doing that, now you will start running to federal government to now budget for arms so as to fight bandits, not knowing that you are the cause of people resulting into crime.
But the state does not have enough money.
Why won't he have enough money? What was the campaign promises? Why would he say he doesn't have enough money? Is he not collecting allocation? Is he not collecting allocation? Is he not generating IGR? These have been going on. Majority of the states, these are civil servant states. It is get money for federal government, pay civil servants. That has been the day-to-day running of Nigerian economy, aside from Lagos, Kano, and Port Harcourt. So now he should not saying, so Rufai should not say he can no longer pay salaries. Okay, now where does he want to push them to? 7,000 civil servants. I don't have a job presently now. Now, if those people now come into the economy now, where do we want to absorb them put? He should reminisce on this before he come out with a policy. As he not okay now, he said that see now he wants to focus more on roads and then again what's it called, infrastructure. How many infrastructure has he built? How many schools has he built? How many hospitals has he built? How many investors has he wooed to the states before you come out with such policy? I don't blame him because our labour, these people, they are also saboteurs. That is why Rufai can just hold them to ransom. You can see the way they were being chicken yesterday. Touts. Rufai hired touts to start molesting them in Kaduna State. If not for the fact that these people they have been also compromised, Rufai cannot do that to them because even the labour does not stand. Even the labour does not stand.
You are saying Nigerians are not with labour.
Who is? Do we have labour? Where we needed labour? Where were labour? Where we needed labour most? Why didn't labour fight for us? When Nigerians at large needed him, where was he? He went to meet with the president a day just to negotiate. The next day, envelope, change hands, and now he's not crying for sympathy. He's not crying for sympathy. Sympathy for who?
Okay, let's move on to the debt issue.
Thank you, Mr. Kusanchuku. The president transmits a memo to the House yesterday, and the Senate president read it out now. What does the president want to do with such amount of money? $32.1 billion.
Infrastructure, agriculture.
Yes.
And setting up of salaries, complete salaries.
Now, last month, how much did the president? How much was being borrowed? 1.5 billion naira now. This 1.5 billion dollars now. The same thing he mentioned: infrastructure, healthcare, blah blah blah, power. Must we continue like this? Now, let me say something, please. Please, I want to beg people now. At this, we have about 400 persons now watching me live now. Please, I am up for what? Adoption. Whosoever wants to adopt me now can just come and adopt me. I am ready for what? Adoption. Because Nigerians of today does not have head again. Every month, you keep borrowing. Every day, you keep borrowing. You keep saying infrastructure, power, this and this. Must we consider this? You know, the president know what it takes for you to borrow. Once you borrow money, your currency will be devalued. That is the word. That is what, according to what international World Bank policy. Once you keep borrowing, it will have effect on our currency. Let us, rather than you borrowing, why don't you look inward to generate funds?
We have experts. Financial experts.
We have financial experts in the country, but as the president seek for their consent, as he seek for their what, as he seek their professional advice for them to come and advise him on this. You cannot keep borrowing and expect our economy to thrive. Our economy will not thrive this way. The president is smoking up into more debt now. Our total debt is about 34 point something billion US dollars. Trillion now. How do we now? What now? Which means, how do you plan on paying sub debt now? I think the next incoming government, we have a lot of work to do. Must we continue this way? And now again, people no longer have jobs. You keep borrowing, you keep borrowing now. It's now piling more hardship on us. It's giving us more work to do. The president should please pity us. Nothing is nothing is moving. People don't have jobs again. People don't have food to eat. Inflation is not the order of the day. He knows what is it. The cost of this is what? When you keep borrowing, there will be what? Inflation. You keep borrowing now. Just to fight insecurity. Must everything be about insecurity? You keep borrowing just to fund education. How many schools has the president built? How many health system has the president revamp? But now he keep borrowing basis on these key things. He want to revamp healthcare sector. He want to revamp agriculture. Even our agriculture policy, people can no longer go to their farm. Even the vegetable that we produce in this country is now cost. But the president should think inward. Must we continue with this? Please and please, if you are looking for someone to adopt, please, I am very much available for what adoption, because now the rate Nigeria is heading to doom. It is heading to doom. One man killing the country. One man every day, money. You won't kill us, he don't too much now. You don't too much. See, I am no longer happy with this. And then the stupid Senate president will sign the money for the president, and the president will take the money for his own interest, not for the interest of Nigerians. Ever since this money has been borrowed, what effects, what impact have you felt? Do we have impact? We the ordinary masses. Every year we keep borrowing money, but this money does not trickle down to us. It does not trickle down to me and you. Only some elements, some few individuals keep siphoning this money now. Keep siphoning this money. Please and please, if you want to adopt someone, I am up for what? Adoption. Please come and adopt me. I am tired of this country. This country is in chaos. It's a mess. Boy, it's a madman. Every day money. They don't kill us.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. That is emotional from I think. Okay.
Good morning, my viewers.
Are you also up for adoption?
Yes, I'm up for adoption. Please, what's the name of the last speaker? David. Please, Mr. Charles and David, I think we are looking for someone that will adopt us. Please, these people should come and take us away from. We are suffering. We are suffering. We are a mess.
Subsidy very soon.
What are you are talking about subsidy? Did you think subsidy right from then? Subsidy have been removed. They are just using this as a scam, just to scam you and I. Subsidy has been removed. How will you tell me that a present government that has been in existence, that hunger has been striving the whole country, and what you are after every day, subsidy. What are you talking about? Subsidy has been removed, not even today, my brother. It has been removed. Forget about it. So what we need is not even subsidy. We have a different problem on ground that is far better than that subsidy we are talking about now. Yes.
What's the problem?
Yeah, my brother. The way you are standing here, do you have any joy standing in this kind of environment, suffering yourself? You are a graduate, I'm a graduate. We don't have job. We don't have food to eat. Okay, look at this. This morning, I was listening to someone, an interview from a lady from France. She said she's a refugee in France. That it's better for her to be a refugee in France than to be a free somebody in Nigeria here. Imagine somebody who has been in prison over there telling you that it's better for her to be a prisoner there than here. What exactly do you think she's trying to tell? That is to tell that the country is a mess. The country is just messed up. So my brother, the way forward is bring out what is duly meant for you and I, create job. Schools, you go to school has no value again. Somebody will be telling you that you should go to school. At a point, you go to school, you come back, you graduate, you serve. You don't have job. How will you feel? How will you be happy? Nothing is going on. Nothing is going. The way forward is create job. Give us job. We need job. We are hungry. We are dying. Subsidy or no subsidy. Look at most of these senators, most of these presidents, their children, a little headache will just come to their head. They will just fly them abroad. But you and I cannot even boast of 1,000 naira in our account. What are we talking about? We are hungry. The way forward is create job for us.
I think there's job opportunity. The Lagos State government is bringing buses to replace the Okada.
My brother, you're talking about Lagos State government has just bring in buses. I don't know how many buses it has brought in. 5,000 buses. And can you calculate, as in, if only that will be what we call, that will be, they will remove what is transparency, and if only they will remove what you call sectionalism, nepotism, and the what favoritism. Because bringing out these bosses, if I don't know you, if you don't have anybody in government, they won't give you the boss. So what kind of job are you trying to create? The same line of people that brings in this boss, the same line of people will give it to their families, their well-wishers. Believe me, whether you like it or not, those people, those Okada people that have been banned from riding Okada in this Lagos, they are going to turn into a different things, and it's going to create a very big war here. You cannot tell me that you created a boss. You and I know that this boss they will not judicially ascertain and give out these what do you call the bosses to people that are duly meant for it. They will give out these bosses to people that they know that they will benefit from them.
What's the way forward?
My brother, the way forward is if only the bosses that have been created here, the bosses that have been brought in, if only they will do what? They will do it in such a way that everybody will be happy and everybody will get what is mainly meant for them. For instance, I don't know you, but I know that you can work for it. You don't have anything to do with it. I'll give you the job. I'll give you the boss. As long as you will be remitting to the federal as in the state government account based on what has been put on ground. But you cannot tell me that this, because of the job the bosses have been brought into the states, that definitely they will duly share the thing equally. They will not do it, my brother.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Can you summarize everything you have heard today?
Already, I've seen what is going on in the country. I don't have much. But first of all, let me say good morning, good morning, good morning. You see, I used to say something before when this man come to power, because when I recall back my data to when he was the military head, he was silent. I said this man has nothing to offer to this country. Either he will render this country useless. This is what is going on. You see, removing the fuel subsidy, it is what Jonathan wanted to do. You understand? And they said no. And when Buhari entered, he said, I have removed it. 3 times, Buhari said so. But what's the reason now they want to remove it? That means that this party, I always tell people that this party is a good party. It's a party that can lie. There's no truth in this party at all from the foundation of this party. You know what I'm saying? So now, what more him now to say he want to remove the fuel subsidy? You understand? That is why Nigeria is under confusion because of Buhari government. You understand? Nigeria is under confusion. There's nothing that goes smooth in this country. You understand? But my wonder is that how can a white man enter forest and bring a white animal and dress this white animal and put it on the throne to train up to be a domestic animal? But I'm telling you that one day, he will show his character that he's a white animal. You understand?
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, we have come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstands this wonderful morning. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Femi, and also a big thank you to all those that have spoken today. Oh, we have been here over an hour. I thank those people abroad and those people that have been watching us. Thanks for your comments. I can see you tomorrow. We are going to be taking comments from people, so you can do well to comment as we do justice to the news headlines tomorrow. Oh, I'm Christian Chuku, and a big thank you to Boss Flip TV, Piodu Pupoluye. Bye for now, till tomorrow.